There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to the second leg of Career Development Webinar for graduating students. We are live today on Zoom for Adamson University. So today we have speakers joining us from Makati Medical Center and Accenture. Before we start, please feel free to join us for the opening prayer.
Dear Lord, teach me the things that are important, to be generous with your gifts, compassionate to those who have less, just in the face of unfair circumstances.
True when the world's values contradict my own. Gracious when things don't go my way. And magnanimous when they do.
May nothing else matter except faith in your goodness, my neighbors and mine.
Hope that things can get better, and charity that always sets things right.
May your special love for the poor, the mark of my uniquely Vincentian education, be the work I excel in, the standard I constantly refer to, and my courage when I meet you someday.
Amen. O Mary, conceived without sin,
pray for us who have recourse to thee. Saint Vincent de Paul, pray for us.
Thank you for that, Tech. Now, to deliver the opening remarks, we'd like to ask for Dr. Lourdes S. Sibonga, RGC, RPM, Head for BED Guidance and Testing Services, to give us the welcome remarks. Dr. Sibonga will put you up. Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon. We'll
Hello,
put
good afternoon, Ma'am Shari. Okay, good afternoon. We welcome all the graduating students for this career webinar spearheaded by the Guidance Career and Placement Office. To the jobs180.com who's been with us, whatever the platform, non-pandemic or pandemic, and make sure that this activity is something to look forward to, most especially to our valued speakers from our industry partners. This career webinar is geared towards helping you, our Adamsonian graduating students, equip yourself with knowledge in terms of resume writing, how to ace an interview, and preferences that the employer may be looking for a certain applicant, which include the right attitude of presenting yourself. This learning can be applied during our semester job fair this coming April 26 and 27 at the ST Quadrangle. This is the last journey of a school life that you are waiting for as you shift to the new beginning of a career that you have prepared yourself for about 4 years. May your resiliency to face whatever challenges continue as you have proven yourself battling your way despite all the hurdles due to the pandemic. Keep going because your success is within your reach. Again, our deepest gratitude for the jobs180.com, headed by the very energetic and accommodating Sir Kim Chua and his team, our dear resource speaker for this afternoon. To all the Adamsonian graduating student, congratulations in advance. Thank you.
Thank you for that, ma'am, and thank you for taking the time to grace our activity this afternoon po.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Miss
much.
Sibonga. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Thank you to Dr. Sibonga for gracing our activity today. So, to everyone, welcome to the event. I'm Shari and I'm hosting this afternoon's event. So, please be advised that attendance and evaluation will be released at the end of this webinar. So, please tag your friends and your classmates so that they don't miss out on this activity. The recordings of this webinar will be posted in the Jobs Donative Facebook and YouTube channel. So we'd also like to acknowledge Ms. Tynes and her team in the Career and Placement Services for helping us organize this activity today. So to everyone, here is our schedule for this afternoon. We will be discussing job applications using the resume link. Makati Medical Center will be discussing leading without a title, how to make a difference regardless of the position. And Accenture will be discussing a career journey. So shout out to everyone who is here. Again, we encourage everyone to put in your questions in the chat so that we can read it after each speaker's presentation. So with that, we welcome everyone to our event. So for the first speaker, we'd like to call on Sir Kim Chua. He is the managing director of jobs180.com. He has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. He is a trusted resource speaker and he has done over 1,000 career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. So to everyone, please don't be shy to put in your questions because there will be an opportunity for us to ask our questions to the speakers after their presentation. So if you're ready, Sir Kim, I give you the floor. Please take it away.
Everyone. Good day to all of you. My name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa, baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. And I'm here to share to you about the most secure tool for job application. This is how you can market yourself more effectively and the different ways to do that. Okay, so let me start. Now, when you apply, you probably have a checklist if you're using the right tool. So just go along with me if you have the right, if you have the same checklist that I have. So ito yung mga things na like kong tinatandaan, no? will my tool or will the thing that I'll be using help me to stand out? That's the first item that is very important for me. Kailangan mag-stand out ako kasi dami-dami kong kasabayan kalaban sa pag-apply. Another thing in my checklist is that, do I have more than one file? Because oftentimes I have a lot of files. May academic records, may mga government IDs, ang dami mga kailangan hingiin ng mga companies. So I'd like to put them all in one file. And this tool helps me to do that. Okay? Another thing that this tool can do is that it allows me to make the process more efficient. Mas napapabilis yung pag-apply. No? Hindi na napapatagal yung pabalik-balik. So, mas mabilis din syempre tayo maka-move forward. Di ba? And another thing that this tool can do is that wala tong bayad. Mukha lang akong salesman pero libre po ito. Okay? So this tool is absolutely for free. The most important in my checklist is that this tool, okay, makes my information secured. And I think this is the most important question. Do you want your information to be secured? I hope your answer is yes. Okay? And so with that, let me show you ano tong tool na ito. This tool is called ResumeLink. ResumeLink by definition is the most secured tool for job application. Okay? This is a personalized URL. It is a link that anyone can open online anytime, provided that they know the link. So let me use an example. If you are John Santos, just in case lang, your name is John Santos, your resume link would look something like johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. So how do you make one? Okay, how do you make one? Now, the first step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Okay? So what do? You go to www.jobs180.com and that is where you now register. Okay? As you register, you just simply fill out the information. These are the basic information. You have the account details, you have your personal information, you have your education background, and just in case you have your work experience, whether it's OJT or it's part-time job or whatever yung work experience na yan, then you proceed to that work experience page. Pero pag wala, hanggang dyan na lang tayo sa my education information. Okay? After doing so, you now start to create your resume link. So ano ba ang basihan ng resume link? Kadalasan, ang resume link natin, we base it on our name. We base it on our unique name. Okay? So as an example, if you are John Santos, then you say johnsantos.jobs180.com. Now, what about during scenarios where you create your resume link tapos may nauna sa inyo? May ibang John Santos, may kapangalan ka, no, nauna sa inyo. Ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon na red na box. Sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Now, okay, malungkot pag taken na. Okay lang, maging creative lang kayo ng konti. Pwede mo balik na rin. Pwede mo sabihin Santos John. Okay, you can also say Santos J. O kaya J Santos. O kaya JS, di ba? Or SJ. Depende sa link na gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapareho kahit kayo may kapangalan. Now, another thing I'd like to emphasize here, wag po kayong OA. Pag gumawa kayo ng resume link, huwag mo gagawin tipong nakalagay, cutie pie, lover boy, Barbie doll, di ba? Because it doesn't sound professional. Imagine going to a company and the HR will ask you, do you have a resume? Tapos sasabihin mo sa kanya, meron po, ang resume ko ay eljablo.jobs180.com. Di ba? Baka matakot yung HR sa inyo. So I don't recommend that you do something like that. Just stick to your name. Whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Okay? Now, in creating a resume link, you have to use a valid email. Emails like Yahoo, Gmail, Rocketmail, any email, basta nabubuksan nyo, wag na wag ka lang gagamit ng facebook.com na email. Okay? Do not use something like, example lang patrick@facebook.com na email. Do not use patricia@facebook.com na email. Okay? In short, do not use @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com, you will no longer be able to receive notifications being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Okay? So use something that you can open. Why is it important for you to open your email? Because you have to verify your account. Okay? Remember, pag nag-verify, yan ang ebidensya na ikaw nag-register talaga. Yan ang proof. Diba? And at the same time, if you verify your account, then you'll be receiving notifications from the companies as well as Jobs180. If you do not verify your account, hindi nyo na po marireceive yung mga notification ng mga companies. So, sayang naman. Diba? Might as well verify your account first. Okay? Now, you're done with the first step. After you verify. So, ano na ang second step? Ang second step is the most logical of all the steps. You have to complete all the information. Very logical. Sino sa inyo mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, bungi-bungi detalye? Sino sa inyo magbibigay ng resume sa mga HR tapos kulang-kulang details nyo? I don't think you'll do that because you're just wasting your time. Instead, kumpletuhin yung information nyo bago kayo mag-submit dun sa mga companies. Okay? So, step 2, complete the information. And how do you do that? Punta kayo ulit dun sa website, www.jobs180.com, and this time, you don't need to register again kasi may account ka na eh. What you need to do is you have to log in. Okay? Now, as you log in, you start to put your registered email or your resume link and then your password. Na ikaw lang may alam. Okay? Ganun lang siya kasimple. Now, once you're inside your account, you start to fill in the blanks. Ganun lang kasimple. Fill in the blanks. So, the things that you see here, yung mga contents, napakasimple lang. Yung mga personal details nyo, lagay mo dyan. Diba? All the information na sa tingin nyo relevant, you put it there. Now, I have some emphasis lang on items na madalas nami-miss out ito ng mga aplikante. Ano yung mga yon? Sa contact information, you have to put here all the possible ways na pwede ka makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media handles nyo. Ba't ko nasabi yan? Because in reality is, pag tinatawagan kayo ng mga HR, madalas hindi naman ina-answer eh. Lalo na pag hindi nyo kilala, pag nag-ring yung phone nyo, hala, sino kaya ito? Di ba, hindi mo kilala. Ano gagawin? Hahayaan mo na lang. Di ba? Antayin mo kung may mag-message sa inyo. Eh, paano kung yung HR hindi naman masipag hindi masipag mag-message? Masipag lang siya magtawag. That's why I recommend you put here all the possible means na pwede ka makontak. Kagaya ng social media nyo. Put your Facebook there, yung mga messenger nyo, mga Twitter nyo, iba pang mga paraan, social media handles para mabilis kayo ma-reach out. Diba? Message na lang. Are you available Thursday, 10 a.m., so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So lahat ng paraan, lagay mo dyan. What else do you put here? You also put here yung inyong mga work options. Sa work options naman, you just choose lang, parang yes or no lang yan, parang switch, no? Kung ano yung mga options na gusto ninyo. No, willing to work night shift, willing to relocate, looking for OJT, you can also put it here. Okay? And then in terms of education, obvious naman, yung alma mater nyo, lagay nyo dito. Diba? Yung mga pampakapal ng resume, sa seminars attended, kahit magkopyahan pa kayo ng mga classmates mo, okay lang. Basta lang make sure, alam nyo na pag-usapan doon sa seminar na yon. Pagdating sa certification, ganun din yan. Walang limit sa space yan. Achievements, recommend ko dito is you don't only put yung mga achievement nyo inside the school. Okay? Kasi hindi naman lahat tayo academically inclined. Some of us are not very active sa school, pero active tayo sa mga social-civic organization. Diba? So, even if it's outside of the school, you can also put it there. As long as you think it is an achievement, you put it there. Okay? Now, in terms of skills and languages, isa-isahin ko lang yan ha. Sa skills, do not limit your skills dyan lang sa course nyo. Hindi perkat education ng course mo, ang ibig sabihin, ang skills na alam mo lang ay magturo. Hindi perkat accounting ang course mo, ang alam mo lang gawin or ang skills mo ay mag-debit, credit at mag-balance sheet. Diba? So, marami kang alam na iba pa mga skills na kahit walang connect sa course, you can also put it here. Sample, photography, diba? Videography, diba? And all the other things, calligraphy, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? When it comes to languages, I'm sure alam nyo, 2 lengguwahe na. At the minimum, you know English and you know Filipino. If you know local dialect, to be specific, lagi mo Tagalog, Sabacano, Bisaya, Kapampangan, 'di ba? Ilonggo, wala naman limit sa space eh. 'Di ba? If you know foreign languages, put it there. Chinese, Japanese, French, Vietnamese, kung ano man 'yan, ilagay nyo. Because what you're doing is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to the prospective company. Now, when it comes to references, sigurado naman ako yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang tanong lang dyan, kayo ba kilala nila? Kasi madalas pag tinatawagan namin yung mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. Yung pinakamalupit dyan, hindi talaga kayo kilala. Okay, so please advise yung mga references nyo na ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, I'd like to highlight yung mga things that you don't find in a traditional resume. Ano yung mga yan? Diba? Ito yung mga yun. Let me start with the portfolio section. The portfolio section is where you now upload evidence of your skills. And I think with this day and age, dito pumapasok yung efficiency, no, ng ating application sa mga companies. Because oftentimes, when we apply to companies, marami mga hinihingi, mga pre-employment requirements. They will ask for mga documents, mga proof that is showing na yan talaga yung mga skills nyo. So, kung ano man meron yung mga documents, you can now take a picture, you can scan them, and you can upload it here. Example, government IDs. Diba? Meron ka mga transcripts, academic records. Diba? You can put that there. Okay? Kung meron mga medical clearance na kailangan, ganun din. Hindi na kailangan magpabalik-balik sa company. Oh, ayos ba? Oh, eto pa. Diba? But wait, there's more. Ito na yun. Etong isa pang gusto ko i-recommend sa inyo, yung tinatawag natin selfie video. Nowadays, I think, it is not very difficult to create a selfie video. Diba? Ito may TikTok nga kayo eh. Diba? Alam mo naman paano gumawa ng selfie video. So I don't need to teach you how to create a selfie video. What I need to share to you na lang is yung anong kailangan sabihin pagka gumawa ka ng selfie video. Okay, this time, what I recommend is you say something interesting about yourself. Okay? So, you pretend that you're being interviewed by the HR. Diba? Ano yung matiyatanong sa atin? Why should we hire you? Diba? Tell me something about yourself. Why should we consider you among all the other applicants? O, diba? Ang kagandahan ngayon is you create that video for about 1 minute or less. Hindi kailangan sobrang haba. No? Mga 1 minute lang or less. Pero ang maganda rito is na-evaluate na nung HR yung inyong communication skills. If you can speak in English, then I recommend you speak in straight English. But if you cannot, it's okay as long as you're able to show your personality. You can also showcase here yung mga hard skills nyo. Ano yung mga hard skills? Kagaya ng mga video na panood ko dati, pinakita nila how to use a soldering iron, how to properly handle a welding machine, diba? How to fold table napkins. O, ganun, diba? So, depende kung ano yung mga skills na alam mo at depende kung ano yung nasa field mo rin, diba? Na napag-aralan, diba? So, gusto mo magpakita ka paano mag-balance sheet, pwede rin. O, diba? Again, it really depends on what you wanted to show dun sa HR. Ang point is, you don't need to travel back and forth para lang ipakita on the spot dun sa HR yung inyong hard skills. And most importantly, hindi na kailangan magkaroon ng maraming aberya, maraming storbo. Diba? Sometimes when we try to contact you for the phone interview, maingay yung background, hindi marinig. Diba? Mahina signal, maingay, ano nangyari, nasa biyahe. Diba? Or sometimes hindi magtugma yung schedule. At least with that selfie video, it makes the process now more efficient. Now, another good thing pa with the ResumeLink is that you also upload here your profile picture. When it comes to profile picture, you don't need to go to the studio para magpa-picture. Huwag ka na gumastos. Ang importante lang dyan, tumingin ka sa camera, okay, with plain background, at of course, magbihis ka naman ng maayos, diba? And then, you're good to go. Huwag mo gagawin yung mga nasa right side ng screen niyo. Those samples that I'm showing you, it doesn't look professional. Imagine, di ba, yung mga selfie, mga nilagay ng avatar, yan, huwag nyo gawin yan. Okay? Huwag nyo gawin yan. It doesn't look nice, doesn't look professional. Okay? Now, another good thing pa with the ResumeLink is that meron tayong tinatawag na cover photo. Ayan, pasintabi sa matatamaan. May iba sa inyo nakikinig ngayon, hindi naman kayo gifted with writing skills. Some of us are having a difficult time expressing our thoughts and feelings into words. So ano pwede mo gawin? You can now use those pictures to represent your personality or to showcase yung inyong skills. Example, look at the one on the left, yung nasa baba. Ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, ophthalmologist, optometrist, or eye expert. Yung nasa kanan, yung nasa taas, ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, para siyang admin or clerical work. Or maybe makalat kasi tingnan mo yung lamesa ang kalat-kalat. O, di ba? Again, it depends on the interpretation of the person looking at it. This is an example of someone into HR or maybe into psychology. And this one is an example, it's a very good example by the way, of someone who wanted to say that there is no shortcut to success. Hindi po yan miyembro na Akit Bahay Gang. Okay? Ang gusto niya sabihin, you will be able to reach yung goal mo by taking one step at a time. Oh, di ba? You get what I'm saying now. So I'm showing you good examples para you can draw inspiration from. And I will also show you not so good examples. Ito yung wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Maglagay ka ng picture mo dyan. Lalaki man, babae, in between, okay lang. Ilagay mo dyan. Member man tayo ng LGBTQ+, okay lang. You put it there. At least alam ng HR who to expect. A lot of times, yung mga pangalan kasi very interchangeable nowadays. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think, babae ako. Di ba? Pag iba nababasa ko mga resume, ano nakalagay sa resume nila? Chris. Nakalagay George, Alex, Sam, Nick. O, di ba? Joey. I would assume lalaki. Yun pala, babae. O, di ba? So that's why you better make sure you put your picture there. And wag naman pugot yung ulo nyo pag nilagay ng picture. Dapat kompleto. Okay? Never leave this blank because if you leave this blank, it will not catch the HR's attention. Trust me. Kung ikaw ang HR, wala ka namang ibang makita dyan, malamang mangyayari dito, next applicant na. Okay? And then if you want to catch the HR's attention, do not create something like this. This is just my opinion. I don't think this looks professional kasi ang dating parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, no? Parang chill-chill, walang pakialam sa buhay. Again, that is just my interpretation. Okay? So I showed you the good and not so good examples para you'll be guided. Now, you can just play along later on kung anong sa tingin nyo mas bagay sa inyong background or sa inyong sa gusto niyo ipakita sa personality niyo. Okay? Now, let's examine a very good example. Look at this person, itong eye expert. Bakit maganda itong example ng kanyang resume link? Because all the information you're seeing here, kompleto na. Diba? Hindi ka na magpabalik-balik eh. Kung ikaw yung HR, everything that you need to ask or you want to know about the applicant, you already find it here. If you're the applicant, you might as well put everything there para wag mo na antayin pa yung time na hihingin pa sa'yo ng HR yung mga documents yan. Baka hindi na mangyari yun. Baka may ibang aplikante na mas assertive, nilagay lahat ng mga information na i-process na siya kaagad. Diba? Now, at this point, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, sir, okay nga tong resume link. Kaso lang, baka naman yung information ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman nakalantad na sa buong internet. Ang sagot ay, hindi. Kaya nga tinawag na the most secure tool for your job application. Diba? Bakit? Because you control your privacy settings. Ikaw mismo, as an account user or as a resume link owner, ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo. And how will that happen? when you log into your dashboard, as you can see in my screen, when you log into your dashboard, you will find the ResumeLink settings. Pagpunta mo sa settings, mapuntahan mo yung privacy settings at doon ka mamili ngayon ng information you want to show or hide in public. So let me use an example. If you don't want to show your birthday, what do? You turn it off. You don't want to show your references, you turn it off. You don't want to show your address, what do? Turn it off. Diba? So yung mga information na in-off mo, hindi lalabas sa public. Now, if ever lang you decide to change your mind, ang maganda dito sa ResumeLink, updated yan, real time. As in real time. So 5 minutes later, you want to share your birthday, turn it on. What happens? Lahat ng mayroong alam ng ResumeLink mo, alam na niya yung birthday mo. Diba? If 2 days later, you want to share your address, you turn it on, you save your profile, lahat ng may alam ng ResumeLink mo, alam na rin yung inyong address. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So, depende na sa inyo kung ano gusto mo i-on or i-off. If you want to turn off everything, then okay lang. You can just turn off the button. Enable public ResumeLink, off. Wala nang lalabas sa public. Kahit na anong information. Okay? So, yan ang re-remind ko sa inyo. This, the second step is for you to complete the information. And in doing so, please make sure that your profile is interesting, diba? Yung information mo kompleto at updated ang details nyo para mabilis kayo makontak ng mga HR. Now, we go to the last step. Pangatlo na, last step na to. The last step is for you to submit. Now, how will you submit your ResumeLink to those companies? You might be thinking you want to explore opportunities outside of the Philippines. Maybe you want to join some job fairs later on. You want to apply online. You want to, marami, walk-ins, diba? Depende kung ano kasi bumabalik na yung face-to-face ngayon. So, lahat ng mga ipapakita ko sa inyo, lahat ito, practical application. Lahat yan, makaka-relate kayo. Ano yung first one? The first one is you go online. Of course. Diba? Yan ang fastest way. You just connect via your phone, via kung ano man gadget mo, go to jobs.at.com, search for companies. And by the way, speaking of search, you can only search for company, tatlo lang pwede mo i-search ha. Search for company name, position title, and location. Doon sa search bar, hindi mo pwede ma-search ang ResumeLink. So example lang, ikaw si John Santos, okay? Okay, ikaw si, ako na lang, Kim, halimbawa lang, subukan mo pumunta sa jobs.at.com, doon sa search bar, type mo doon Kim. Tingnan mo kung may lumabas. Malamang sa malamang, walang lalabas. Unless may company name, position title, or location na may word na Kim. Other than that, walang lalabas dyan. Kasi hindi siya searchable. So, the only time a company would be able to know your information is if and when you give your exact ResumeLink to that company. So, ikaw may control. Ayos? So, tuloy natin. Okay, tuloy natin. So, if you're going to search for companies, what do? Just go to the website of jobs.at.com, search for companies. Kung may lumabas, edi meron. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Diba? Ganun lang yan. Huwag natin pilitin magkaroon ng something kung wala talaga. Diba? Okay, so anong gagawin? Tingnan mo yung mga companies. Kung meron kang type, edi gawin nyo, check nyo yung opportunities. After that, you now submit your information to that company. Okay, when you submit your information to the company, it will ask for your profile, for your ResumeLink and password. So ikaw lang magbibigay ng consent dun sa company. Okay? Now another option is for you to send resumes via email. Now there's nothing wrong in sending resumes through email. Ang tanong dito is, how are you sending your resumes through email? Do you do it like this? Do you say, "Dear HR manager, I'd like to apply for the following position. This is my resume." Tapos mag-attach ka ng Word file, PDF file, or whatever file you have. If you're doing those attachments pa, ang tawag dyan, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Hindi ko sinabing mali. Ang sabi ko lang, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Bakit? Hindi mo kailangan mag-attach anything anymore. If you're going to write an email and send your resume, just simply type your resume link there. "Dear HR manager, I would like to apply for the following position. This is my resume. In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, jobs.at.com, send. Tapos na. Ganun lang kabilis. Diba? Whatever changes you need to do, you put it inside your resume link. You don't have to keep on sending another attachment. Paano kung imagine mo na lang, nag-attach ka ng Word file. Diba? Ng PDF file. Tapos nagpalit ka ng address, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Email mo na may HR. "Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated resume." Ganun ba? Paano kung 2 months later, lumipat ka ng bahay, iba na address mo, send ka ulit ng bagong resume? "Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated, most recent resume." I don't think you'll do that. Kasi kung ganun ang ginagawa mo, sayang sa oras yan, nakapagod sa part mo, lalong-lalo naman sa part ng HR, mas nakakapagod to keep track kung saan dyan yung pinaka-updated na attachment or pinaka-updated na resume ng aplikante. And this time around, if you have your resume link, all you need to do is just update your resume link at lahat na may alam ng resume link mo, makikita nila yung pinaka real-time update ng profile or information. Ayos ba? Ayos ba? Sige, another one. For those who wanted to use a hard copy, gusto mo talaga may hard copy ka when you apply to those companies, you want to give something, then this is also possible. What do? You go to your dashboard inside your job seeker account, then you can print your resume link. Mamili ka lang, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, the system will try to compress everything into 1 page. O di ba? Maginhawa sa buhay. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, hindi mo na kailangan mag-prepare ng maraming mga pages. Minsan, di ba, yung mga aplikante, mga 2-3 pages ang isang set ng resume. Palibasa, yung font size 45. Kaya umaabot ng 2-3 pages. O di ba? Pero this time, the system will try to compress everything na into 1 page. Just in case you really want to have a hard copy. O di ba? Tipid. Okay? Another thing pa for me to encourage you to do is you use ResumeLink cards. ResumeLink cards. Ano tong ResumeLink card? Kung sa mga nagtatrabaho na, tawag namin business card. Sa mga nag-a-apply, tawag dyan, ResumeLink card. So in one piece of paper, whether short bond or long bond paper, you can now design it your own way. You can design it depende kung ano ang gusto mo. Pagiging creativity mo, ikaw bahala. You can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa laki or liit. Diba? Kasi laki ng index card or kasi liit lang ng mga normal business cards natin. Diba? So depende. So maybe in one long bond paper, you can make 10, 20 sets of cards na. And so after you have it printed out, pwede ka na ngayon maggupit-gupit. Gupit-gupit na lang. Diba? 10 or 20, bawat kumpanya, you can now start to give that as a hard copy. Hard copy pa rin naman yan eh. But this time, why am I encouraging you to use ResumeLink cards instead of the traditional long bond or short bond paper? Bakit? Una-una, tipid. Diba? Because of course, right now, eto, tipid. Kasi if you're going to apply to 20 companies, you don't need to print 20 sets of long bond papers. You just need to print one long bond paper and cut 20 small pieces of ResumeLink cards. O, diba? That's for the cost side. Tipid na. Pangalawa, at mas importante, security of information. Diba? You want to have peace of mind. Paano ko nasabi yan? Kapag ikaw yung nagbigay sa isang kumpanya ng long bond paper or short bond paper, example lang, no? It's a traditional resume. And for some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Okay? Nilipad ng hangin. Hindi mo kasalanan. Kasalanan ng hangin eh. Diba? May nakapulot na stranger. All your information, alam na nung stranger. Tama? And you cannot deny it because you know what I'm saying is true. Diba? Hindi mo kilala pero alam niya yung buong details mo. Now, using your ResumeLink card, same scenario. Nagbigay ka ng ResumeLink card sa company, nilipad ng hangin ngayon. May na stranger na nakapulot, okay lang. Bakit? Kampante ka. Kasi yung ResumeLink, ikaw may control ng privacy settings mo. That's why, in your ResumeLink card, what I recommend, you just simply put your name and your ResumeLink. Dalawa lang. That's it. If you want to put your mobile number, it's okay. It's up to you. You can put it there. Diba? Pero ang point ko is, ResumeLink, pwede na siya makita ng mga HR or mga companies na bibigyan mo. Diba? So you have peace of mind now. Okay? So there's a lot of advantages using ResumeLinks. In fact, doon pa lang sa privacy portion, panalong-panalo ka na. Ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo real time. Pagdating sa speed of hire, it becomes faster and more efficient because whatever you want to show the HR, you just attach it there. Whatever the HR needs from you, they just ask from you. Diba? You take a picture, you scan them, upload it there, and later on, pag okay na, you now turn off yung privacy settings mo. Diba? Or you can remove them in the attachments. Diba? Cost efficient, definitely wala tong gastos, tipid. Diba? If you're thinking, ay sir, paano po yung internet? Kailangan ng pang-load. Pwede ka maging resourceful. Connect lang tayo sa mga libreng wifi. O, diba? And then, pagdating sa flexibility, if you really want to have it printed out, yung inyong resume, you also have the option to print it out. That's like how I showed it to you, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, it's really up to you. Pero ang point ko is, ResumeLink na lahat yan. Okay? And you can use this to any platform, whatever platform you want to share it to. You want to share it sa mga messenger nyo, you want to share it sa email, sa Viber, sa text, di ba? Gusto mo, kaya ko bahala. Di ba? Gusto mo, sulat mo sa papel, tapos gawa ka ng airplane, palipad mo, di ba? May nakakuha, alam niya yung ResumeLink mo. Ikaw bahala. Okay? Ikaw may control kung sino ang gusto mo bigyan. Okay? You don't have to use your USBs anymore. You don't have to save it sa hard drive. Baka mawala pa yung USB nyo. Delikado. Diba? Wag na. Baka kung ano pa makita ng mga nakakapulot ng mga USB na yan. Okay? So you don't need to worry about compatibility as well because this is compatible to any platform. If you're using Android, you're using Safari, kung ano magamit mo, pwede yan sa kahit anong version. Okay? And so, just to promote lang, if you want to be part of our team, we're also hiring. Mismo sa jobs180.com, we're hiring for several opportunities, several vacancies yan. Check out na lang yung aming jobs180.com/jobs180 na page. Okay? And by the grace of God, shout out lang ako, right now we have more than 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide. From north all the way to the south of the Philippines. Thank you, Lord. O diba? Ang kinalat namin, hindi lang virus. Biro lang. Kinalat namin ResumeLink. Yan ang kinalat natin. So, a lot of schools now, including your alma mater, are now using the ResumeLink. So, I hope it doesn't stop here. No? You become a blessing to others as well. If you have friends, you have yung mga relatives mo na sa tingin mo kailangan nitong tool na ito, you can share it to them. Wala namang bayad libre naman yan. Okay? And so, as we close this portion, I'd like to discuss some of the frequently asked questions. Baka ito yung mga agam nyo or ito yung mga questions na gusto nyo tanungin. Sagutin ko na muna. Okay? Unang tanong, can I give my resume links to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. Basta alam nila eksaktong link mo at ikaw may control, sino bibigyan mo nun? Ikaw lang ang magbibigay, diba? So ikaw lang may alam sino binigyan mo. Okay? Now, second question, is it the same as other job platform kagaya ng JobStreet, LinkedIn, or any other job site? The answer is no. May dalawang pagkakaiba. And let me use an example here. Let me do a shout out to JobStreet, no? Because I think you guys know what JobStreet is. So, shout out lang to them sa mga nasa JobStreet. If you're using JobStreet na resume, you can only apply to companies who are using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. Pero pag gamit mo yung resume link mo, pwede mo yung gamitin kahit na saan, kahit na kanino, kahit na anong platform. Diba? Basta alam ng HR yung eksaktong link mo at ikaw magbibigay nun. That's the first difference. Second difference, if you have already submitted your JobStreet resume to an HR, you cannot change anything anymore. Well, you can on your end, but it will not be reflected on the HR. Hindi siya magiging real-time update. Comparing it to resume link ni Jobs 180, you can update it real-time. 2 days later, 5 minutes later, 6 weeks later, ikaw bahala, anytime nag-update ka ng information, lahat na in-update mo, dagdag bawas, will be reflected real-time across all na may alam ng resume link mo. Okay? So those are the two major differences. Now, pagdating sa pangatlong question, yan ang pinaka-simpleng tanong. Can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na job application platform. Okay? So, use your resume link. Number 4 question, I think is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? The answer is every time. Every time na meron kang babaguhin. Okay? Every time na meron kang babaguhin. Lalong-lalo na yung contact details mo. Kasi imagine, binago mo lahat. Binago mo yung work experience mo, nagkaroon ng awards, nagkaroon ng achievement, hindi ka naman makontakt ng HR. Wala rin, di ba? Sayang din. That's why you have to update yung contact details nyo. Okay? And the last question is just a trivia. Trivia lang, palaisipan. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. And in case you're wondering, no, you wanted to raise a concern, bakit hindi po 360? Kasi pag 360 degrees, you only go back to where you started. Ikot ka lang na ikot, wala kang pupuntahan. 'Di ba? Bumabalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Oh, ha? O, di ba? Char-char lang yan. Okay? So, anyways, again, kung meron pa kayo ibang questions, just in case you have questions, okay, you may send those questions here through our website, www.jobs180.com. You can also email us or email me here sa info@jobs180.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, pati na rin sa TikTok. Okay? So, check us out on all our social media platform. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa. Okay? Isang magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Sir Kim. So to our audience, we are now opening the floor for questions. Ayan. So Sir Kim, I'll go first so that they have time to think about their questions. First question to. Is it okay to apply to jobs not in your region? Like for example, you're graduating from Adamson, but you're based in Cavite, you're based in Pampanga, or in any other region, sir. And then you're applying to a job in, for example, Taguig, BGC, like that, or Tigas. Is that okay? Or do they look at location and they will tag you, this one is too far? Like
well, to answer yung question, if it's okay to apply, definitely yes. It's okay to apply anywhere else in the Philippines or kung saan man yan, no, ng planeta. Pwede ka mag-apply. Because I don't think we should be limited by our boundaries, lalo na ngayon, no. There's a lot of options naman. We can still effectively deliver yung ating our results or trabaho through other platform, pwedeng virtual, 'di ba, ganyan. But that also depends on the other side, 'di ba? Meaning on the company side. Kasi if the companies they are expecting that you report in the office, then I think it's practically impossible, 'di ba, na kung ikaw ay araw-araw babiyahiin mo Manila, tapos kung Cavite siguro kaya pa 'yun eh. Pero kung halimbawa Quezon, nasa Quezon ka, tapos yung opportunity nasa Manila, everyday you'll travel probably 4 hours papunta, 4 hours pabalik. And I don't think papahirapan mo sarili mo rin, 'di ba? So, para lang malinaw, yes, you can apply to any companies, any location. Walang problema, no? You can explore for as long as you are also prepared and ready na if the company will call for you or will be moving forward their application and they will consider you for the position, tapos kailangan mo mag-report doon face to face or at least no a few days, maybe in a week, no, to report there, then you have to be prepared, no, maybe find a relocation option na, 'di ba? Ganun siya. Okay, so yun now
Paano pag
for HR. Sorry, ano ulit, Tab?
paano pag sa course naman? Kunyari, ang
Okay,
course
sige. Okay, punta tayo sa course sandali. Naisip ko rin pala bago yung course. Now, si HR naman, I'm putting myself in the HR's mindset. Nakita ko yung aplikante, taga Cebu. Halimbawa lang. O taga Davao Extreme, no? Yung mga ganito, taga Bicol. Tapos yung opening ko nasa Taguig, nasa BGC. So yung andun yung company. Will I still consider the applicant? I think yes pa rin eh. If I'm the HR, I will still consider because I will also take my chances no to find out kung pasok naman yung qualification, kung pasado naman yung aplikante. Then by all means, I'll put it on the table. No? Tipong parang ito po, pasado ka, ito yung willing kami to offer you, 'di ba? If you accept it, then let's go, let's dance. O 'di ba? Parang ganoon yan eh. Pero pag hindi ka rin naman willing to comply with the terms of the company, then of course hindi magiging successful din yung hiring ng company. So again, that's the bottom line lang. Pwede. Walang problema sa pag-apply sa kahit na anong location yan. Now, in connection to that, sabi mo, Ma'am Shari, course naman. Yung course, ganun din. No? Kahit walang connect sa course mo, ina-applyan mo, pwedeng-pwede. Basta lang, yung skills that they're looking for ay meron din sa'yo. Diba? I'll give an example. I think this was also one of the questions that was being asked by some students na walang connect yung field nila doon sa ina-applyan. So, marunong sila sa graphic design, mahilig sila sa programming, no, o yung mga iba pang ginagawa ngayon, example, mga any of the techie stuff, no, yung mga ganun, how to boost yung mga ads and all that. Pero yung course nila malayo, 'di ba? Example, course nila agriculture, 'di ba? Or kaya course nila engineering, o 'di ba? Kahit paano engineering medyo malapit pa, yung agriculture layo 'di ba? So, can you apply to a graphic designer position if your course say is agriculture or education? Of course, definitely the answer is also yes. Yes din 'yun, no? Ang sagot diyan. Basta lang alam mo yung pinapasukan mo at hindi ka yung padaloy-daloy lang na click lang click, apply na apply, tapos bahala na kung sino tumawag sa iyo. Syempre you have to do your research first and make sure na yung ina-applyan mo ay andun yung interest mo, 'di ba? Andun yung passion mo to pursue that position. So when they call you, mas malaki yung chances that you'll be considered. Okay? Yan. So, yan, walang limitation ngayon. Go lang ng go, 'di ba? Pwede 'yan, lahat pwede. Yan.
Okay.
I hope nasagot ko.
We have a question from the crowd.
Okay. Walang.
I would like to ask alam po regarding sa address na nilalagay sa resume. Bakit po yung iba, San Pedro, Laguna ang nilalagay? Is it allowed or not?
Ano ulit yung tanong? Some skills that employers are looking for.
Sa taas pa niyan, sir.
Sorry. Ano yung tanong? Nawala, nabura bigla eh.
I would like to ask regarding sa address na nilalagay sa resume.
Okay.
Bakit po yung iba, San Pedro, Laguna ang nakalagay? Is that allowed?
Teka nga, parang, I'm trying to understand.
Kunyari, sir.
Is it allowed to say San Pedro, Laguna doon sa address?
Taga San Pedro ka, tapos ilalagay mo na address, yung San Pedro, Laguna.
Pero yung naman San Pedro, Laguna ka, di ba?
Kung yung location ng job or ng company ay NCR, for example. Or for example, yung location, and I'm just interpreting the question. Pero for example, yung student is job seeker, papalitan niya ba yon?
Ako hindi, just be truthful sa inyong information. Huwag kayong mag-invento pag nilagay mo na dyan kasi Laguna, napakalaki ng Laguna. 'Di ba? Hindi ako masyado familiar sa end-to-end ng Laguna pero from what I know, like Laguna covers a lot, no? A lot of areas. You could probably be coming from Santa Rosa, sabi mo nga, Ma'am Shari, San Pedro, 'di ba? And maybe some other parts, no? Hindi ko alam kung ang Molino Cavite pala 'yun. So, 'di ba, honestly, 'di ba? Hindi ko nga alam 'di ba? Pero if you it's just like saying Metro Manila. O, 'di ba? Parang ganun 'yan eh. So, saan part ka ng Metro Manila, di ilagay mo rin naman, 'di ba? Kasi nga kung Quezon City pa lang 'yan, napakalaki na ng Quezon City.
Baka sa address pala to, sir. 'Di ba kunyari tayo sa resume natin, or hindi ko alam. Sa resume ko wala namang address eh. Pero maybe sa resume niya na nakikita niya sa iba, nakalagay talaga yung Block 1, Lot 2.
Ganun ka specific. O baka gusto mo mapadalan ka ng Shopee, di ba? Or ng Lazada,
So, is it allowed?
Is it allowed? Yes, definitely it's okay. You control your privacy settings, you being
Pero
the user or the account owner. Would that, can you say it again?
Will they be looking at it? Like interviewers?
Will the companies be looking at it? Probably yes, especially kung malapit naman yung ina-applyan mo, yung location na ina-applyan mo. Example, nasa isang locator. 'Di ba? May mga ganun 'yan, 'di ba? May mga locators tayo sa Laguna. Ganun. I'm sorry, when I say locators, yung mga companies who are in one
example, offices? Branch?
Hindi. Parang mga tawag namin locators eh. So these are companies who are in an area, parang business district, pero lahat yun puro companies. Example, lahat ng semiconductor company, lahat yan nandito sa FIIP. Example, so magkakasama sila. Hindi ko malala kung ano yung FIIP. First Industrial Place. Parang ganun eh. So, Technopark, example. If I say if you're in the Technopark, Laguna, example, in one Technopark. So, area na to be yung address mo, okay lang kung gusto mo ilagay as an applicant, wala naman problem because you control your privacy settings 100%. You want to show the entire exact detail kung anong lot ka, anong block mo, anong street, anong corner, 'di ba? You want to put some landmark there near SM, 'di ba? Pwede ganyan, 'di ba? Or near SM anything or near Mang Inasal, 'di ba? Pwede ikaw bahala, no? Pwede mo gawin 'yan. Now, if you're the company, what they will normally do first is they'll check your skills. Kung pasok ba doon sa ina-applyan. Kasi kahit tabi mo yung kumpanya, kung hindi naman pasado yung skills, then I don't think the company will even consider you. Kung kahit tatawid ka lang, tatumbling ka lang, 'di ba? So that's the first thing eh. Kailangan mag-fit yung job role. No, pag okay na, pagpasok yung skill sets, let's say they will now look into the other details, then this is where it comes in. They now check, I want to hire people strategically, syempre malapit sa company ko para hindi rin nahihirapan yung aplikanteng bumiyahe, 'di ba? So if you're specific in saying you're from San Pedro, if the company is also near or in fact in San Pedro, Laguna, then I think it's a plus points, 'di ba? For the company to look into. So yan yung kung tama pag-intindi ko then yes, that comes in, no, that plays in as a pogi point, sabi nga, no, sa pag-apply. Ayun. Okay? So I hope nasagot ko yun yung tanong.
That brings us to question number 2.
Okay, sige.
What advice would you give to someone who is just starting their career and does not have a lot of experience? How can they make themselves stand out to employers who are looking for candidates with more experience?
Okay. So we have to be clear on this part. If the company requirement is very strict that they need someone with at least, example lang they need someone with at least 5 years of experience. And for obvious reason, kayo po na nakikinig ngayon, halimbawa, wala talaga kayong 5 years of experience. Kahit pagsamahin mo pa lahat ng OJTs ninyo at mga lahat ng pinag-racket nyo or sideline nyo, hindi talaga abot ng 5 years experience di ba? So, pagka ganun, most probably, I would say a higher percentage of that is hindi talaga kayo magka-qualify dun sa position if the company is very strict with their requirement. Now, the good thing with using ResumeLink is that you can still submit your ResumeLink to those companies even if you are not qualified. So, nakita mo 5 years requirement, di ba? Wala ka naman 5 years experience. Submit mo pa yung ResumeLink mo because you never know, they might consider you for another position, no, doon sa company. Or another practical reason there is 5 years later, sigurado ako meron ka ng 5 years experience, kagaya ng kwento ko kanina, no, sa talk. Now, in terms of how to make yourself more marketable, is that you can base also sa mga ibang experience nyo. Example, sabi ko nga, racket, nag-sideline kayo, di ba? Nag-help out kayo sa family business. Or nag-set up ka kasi mainit sa summer, nag-set up ka ng, nagtinda ka ng ice tubig, o ice candy, di ba? So these are things you can say na hindi man siya employed by a company, but these are still actual execution kung paano mo ginawa, no, from project conceptualization, then implementation, then the actual delivery, 'di ba? And what happened afterwards? Kumita ka ba, 'di ba? O nalugi ba? Parang ganun. So you can put that all in how you describe yung naging experience mo, 'di ba? Yun nga lang, these are other activities. These are extracurricular activities na, 'di ba? These are not considered as a formal employment. Okay? Pero just to answer the question, how do you position yourself, 'di ba? How do you now market yourself more effectively? Eh kung wala ka naman talagang experience, wag ka mag-iimbento. Yan ang like pinapaalala sa mga aplikante.
Sir, nag-break yung mo.
Break?
Yung mic mo. Nagagalaw yung...
Right now, is it breaking o hindi?
Yes, it's breaking.
Breaking. Sige, let me remove.
Ayan. So, I'll just read yung iba pang questions. So, 2 more questions from Sir Kim. No audio, sir. We don't hear you. Let's just wait for him to fix his mic.
Ayan. So, I hope this one is better now.
There. Meron na.
Okay, sir. Better. Sige, hindi na ako gagalaw. Ganyan na lang.
2 more questions before we wrap up this part. So, second question. What are some skills that employers are looking for, and how can I demonstrate that I possess these skills in my resume and in my job interviews?
What are the skills that employers are looking for, and how can you demonstrate that you possess those skills? That's a very good question. Kasi marami sa mga aplikante, puro talk lang yan, talk ng talk, di ba? All the talk, but there's no proof. So for me, you look at two kinds of skills. Now, the generic ones are, say, soft skills. The other one are hard skills. So pagka sinabing soft skills, you can, example lang, you are a team player, diba? You are good in communication. O yan. So kapag hard skills naman, example, you're talking about ano ba mga hard skills? Example, you know programming, diba? Or you know yung mga example, graphic designer, kanina I use that as an example. So these are hard skills, no? You basically know ano yung craft mo doon sa ginagawa mo. So how do you now show it, or how do you demonstrate that? There are several ways. Doon sa mga pwede mo ilagay as a document for show ng proof, you take those pictures, you attach those document, you scan those document, then you put it there sa portfolio section. Okay? Pag nabitin kayo, you can put some links kasi some applicants who are, example lang who are into IT, ang dami nilang mga ginawang mga portfolio, hindi na magkasya kasi mabigat yung file. So they put it on a Dropbox, and then meron silang link, and that link is what they put in the document or portfolio section ng ResumeLink. So when the HR opens and see the information, makita nila, pwede ma-redirect dun sa proof ninyo. Kapag com skills, example, ang gusto mo i-highlight, it's very easy. You just take your selfie video. That's like in my example earlier sa talk ko. Kuha ka ng selfie video, record yourself. You say a little something about what you can contribute to the company, and then you upload it in YouTube, in Vimeo. Maraming mga video converter, pwede mo gawin yan. Tapos you attach it there. Diba? May nakita ko mga HRM dati, pinakita nila paano mag-fold ng table napkins. Diba? Nakita ko nga from engineering paano gumamit ng welding machine. Paano mag-properly handle ng soldering iron. Yan yung mga things na feeling ko, it will take a lot of time for you to demonstrate if you are to travel and show that face-to-face, no, to the companies. However, with the tools right now, with all these innovations, especially with ResumeLink, it will be easier for you. Diba? So, yun, I hope na-answer ko yung tanong. You can highlight all these things to make you stand out. And you can demonstrate those skills.
Okay. Last question.
Sige, go lang.
If ever po na na-delete ko yung account ko sa Jobs 180, do you still keep my information? Kahit na-delete na yung account ko? Or once I delete it, wala na rin po siya?
So this is the thing with data privacy. Para lang clear ang lahat. No? We give you the freedom to do what you want to do with your account. What you want to show, what you want to hide in public, and these are all reflected real time. Now, once you decide to create an account and you validate that it's you, of course, you can update it, diba? Anytime. Now, if you decide to delete your information, tapos talagang delete mo siya totally, that means wala na siya sa database ni Jobs on 80 because you have already provided your consent and you are the ones being the account owner who deliberately deleted the account. Diba? Ikaw nag-delete eh. So, we will not keep anything for Jobs on 80 anymore. And what's the point in keeping information kung ikaw mismo gusto mo i-delete, diba? So, ba't namin i-keep? Diba? That's the logic behind it. You want to delete, then delete. Diba? But if the purpose of you deleting your account is because you think you won't be needing it at this point kasi baka happily employed ka, diba? Or may business ka ngayon na thriving, so you don't need to explore for opportunities or for work. Ang recommend ko lang dyan is you turn off the settings ng mga notification. So hindi ka muna bubulabugin, wala mo lang magpapadala sa inyo ng mga possible job opportunities, wala mo nang ganon, naka-off lang siya. Now, if and when you decide to, open your doors for possible opportunities, you just turn it on. 'Di ba? Ganun lang. So you don't need to delete. And besides, kung ang worry mo is malalaman ng ibang tao yung information mo, you also have another option there to turn off yung public settings mo. As in lahat, walang lalabas sa public. Even if you have created your resume link, you can turn off yung show in public view. Pwede mo siya i-turn off. So walang lalabas sa public. Di ba? So yan, kasi yan ang kadalasan ng tanong ng mga applicant na ipapansin ko sa mga job seeker. They wanted to delete their information because they don't think they'd be needing it. Tapos by the time kailangan nila mag-explore ng trabaho kasi siguro nagsawa sila sa work, they wanted to explore, gagawa na naman ng panibagong account. O, diba? So I don't recommend that you keep on, creating, deleting. Instead, you create once. So even if may pamilya na kayo, may business na kayo, later on nag-retire na kayo, halimbawa, di ba? Okay lang naman, you still use that resume link. That's your
habol na question.
Go lang.
What tips or advice can you recommend to first-time job seekers to prevent feeling overwhelmed or panicking during the interview process?
Okay. So just be true to yourself. I know it sounds like a cliche, pero pag kayo ay nag-apply sa mga companies, lahat naman tayo kinakabahan eh. Lahat naman, wala naman, I say it's normal na kabahan tayo kasi ina-anticipate natin, 'di ba? Yung ano kaya mangyayari. So the best tip for me there, one is you do your research. Once you know about the company you're applying for, you know the position you're applying to, and you're confident that with your skills kaya mo i-deliver yung mga required doon sa trabaho na yon, then I think the next item that you need to prepare na lang is sino yung kausap mo. If you can check doon sa schedule, if someone calls you for an interview and you can, just in a way find out who will you be talking to, who will be looking for, and if you can do some sort of research na malaman mo kung sino yung mga possibly makausapan sa interview, then I think that would give you an edge. Kasi malalaman more or less, itong interviewer ko, ano pala to, fur parent pala to, mahilig to sa pusa, mahilig to sa aso, 'di ba? So and maybe ikaw rin, no, you're also a fur parent, 'di ba? So mahilig ka rin, 'di ba? You share the same interest, 'di ba? And then maybe you found out that yung interviewer mo nagbabike pala siya, mountain hiking and all that, 'di ba? So these are things that you can learn a little or two para hindi lang siya about work so you can talk about something else. So maybe if the interviewer asks you, so how's your day? Pwede ka na kagad humirit. I started my day by feeding my pet dog. Di ba? May pahaging ka na kagad to share some common interests. Over the weekend, what I did? I went to Mount Banahaw, 'di ba? Ako ay nagpalamig doon, 'di ba? Umakyat ako and then bumalik rin ako kaagad. So 'di ba, you can share some common interests. 'Di ba? Ganun siya. No, pero kung kaya mo malaman sino yung interviewer mo. Pero pag hindi, then ako lang I just recommend that you prepare by doing your research. Okay? You research about the company and the position. Yun yung pinaka basic. Okay? If you don't prepare, lalo kang kakabahan, 'di ba? Kasi yung minsan tanong lang sa HR, isang tanong lang eh. What do you know about the company? Pag tinanong ka ng what do you know about the company, tapos hindi mo masagot yon, at tapos na yung laban. Di ba? Wala na. You did not do your research. Di ba? Ang worst dyan, pag tinanong ng HR, why did you apply for this position? Tapos ang sagot ng aplikante, hindi ko po alam, ma'am. Nakita ko lang. O yun. That means you really did not come in prepared. Okay? So, yan yun sa akin. Be prepared. Okay.
So, thank you for that.
Speaking of Ma'am Shari, speaking of preparation, kailangan nila mag-prepare. Job fair na nila next week. So, announcement lang, no, sa mga nakikinig, no. Mark your calendars, April 26 and 27. That's Wednesday and Thursday next week. Meron po kayong job fair. Diyan po sa ST. Sa ST grounds nyo. Okay, so ang gagawin nyo lang is make sure lang you prepare yourself, you create your resume link, complete those information, and then those companies who will be going there, they're so excited no to hire Adamsonians. Kaya kayo, 'di ba? Wag niyo ni sila pahiyain, 'di ba? Pag pumunta kayo doon sa job fair, ready rin kayo dapat, 'di ba? Mas maganda nga mas ready pa kayo kaysa sa kanila eh. 'Di ba? So when you apply, you will have a higher chance of being qualified and being hired no doon sa company. At kami naman sa Jobs on 80, shout out lang ako in case you are interested to be part of our team. We have several opportunities right now. We are hiring fresh graduates. We have positions for IT, for web development. We have positions for business development. We also have positions for academic linkages and marketing. Diba? So, kung ano man yung marami. So, pati social media. We also need people for social media namin. Diba? So, right now, if you know friends, if you know some relatives, kayo mismo, baka interested kayo, just send your resume link directly dyan sa link na nagsuscroll, schools.jobs180.com/adu, or you can go to jobs180.com, check for Jobs 180, or simply email us your resume link diretso sa info, that's info, info@jobs180.com. Diba? Just send it there, and then we all are looking forward to having more Adamsonians in our team. Ayan.
Okay. So, thank
Thank
you
you.
for that, sir. I'm sorry we have to move on to the next topic.
Sige lang, oo.
So,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Sir Kim. So, to everyone, please check the school site. That's schools.jobs20.com/adu. There you go. So, thank you again, Sir Kim, and have a great
Thank
day.
you. Be
Ayan.
safe.
So, next up, here to discuss Leading Without the Title, How to Make a Difference Regardless of the Position, we have Miss Sairah Joice B. Gipanao, HR Specialist for Talent Acquisition over at Makati Medical Center. Miss Sai is a graduate of BSBA major in Human Resource Development Management at New Era University, currently taking up her master's degree specializing in Human Capital Management at De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. She is an HR practitioner with a continuous 7 years of experience in different facets of human resources such as recruitment, employer relations, organizational development, and compensation and benefits. Um, Also, she had an experience as a recruitment head of local manpower agency handling different variety of clients' manpower needs. Currently part of talent acquisition team over at Makati Medical Center as HR specialist. We give the floor to Miss Sai.
Hi, good afternoon po. Hi, good afternoon everyone. I'm Sai, Talent Acquisition Specialist of Makati Medical Center. What I'm going to discuss is about leading without title. How to make difference in organization regardless of the position. Okay. Okay. So do we need a title to lead? Do we need to make changes to our organization? According to author Robin S. Sharma, leadership is not about a title or designation. It's about impact, influence, and inspiration to others. So first, it involves getting results. Second, influence is about spreading the passion you have for your work. And last is the inspire, cultivating and sharing positive mental attitude to others. So, do you think all of us can make an impact, influence, and inspiration to others? Since all of us has the capacity to make impact, make influence, and inspire, meaning all of us have the capacity to lead, even we don't have titles. Okay. Okay, so many people assume that leadership is all about titles, positions, money, and fame. However, leadership is not an actual position or title. In fact, it is about the action you take and the example you set for others. Like I said earlier, leadership is the ability to influence others. It's about the impact you have on others and how you can inspire others to do things beneficial to the organization. Okay, so can someone be a leader without a title? The answer is yes. You don't need a title to be a leader. You may not be a supervisor or manager for now, or the president of your school organization. The way you conduct yourself and interact with others can make you a true leader. So, how do you show leadership without a title? First, cultivate great mindset. Having a good attitude is a great skill. So if you can show positivity no matter what your job is, people will notice you. On any given day, many things can go wrong, but it's the person who stays above the fray that is appreciated and respected. Second is consistently be supportive. The people who supportive, adding value, always looking to serve others, these are all leaders who are indispensable. Always try to have the attitude of what can I do for you. Number three, learn to be flexible. So if you want to stand out, make a great impression, and work to become a person who is agile and flexible, it's often to the stubborn individuals who cause themselves advancement. If you don't want to succeed, be influential but learn to be flexible. Number four, let people know that they can count on you. When people know you are accountable, it will give credibility. When they know you stand by others, they respect you. Letting others know you trust them and showing them they can trust you, they can trust you back makes a very impressive reputation. So number five, be the creative one. In your current position, what process can be improved? What best practice can be tweaked? What can you do to make things easier for your customer or clients? Use other use your creativity to continuously improve processes and you will always and stand out. And last is give credit where credit is due. So learn to acknowledge others also. The way to stand out is to stand together, to acknowledge others for their contribution and give credit where credit is due. So one of the example is this, for example, you're being in the organization and become a, for example, a head of the organization or the project manager of the organization. So, if there's any, for example, may isang member ka who has a better idea than yours. So, give them a credit. So, syempre, as a, employee or subordinates, of course, I will appreciate it much if my boss appreciate what I did to the team. Okay. Next, what are the benefits of leading without title to organization? Number one, leadership without title rise to the occasion by doing their best work each day and every day. So meaning, they stand up, take an action, and speak out no matter where their place is in the corporate hierarchy. They take initiative because they realize most people are waiting for someone else to go first to say or do what needs to be done. Number two, they add value. So true leaders add value to organization by, for example, contributing to positive office culture, taking customer service to another level, problem solving, being an influencer, being a volunteer, and embracing their role in an organization. So overall, they make organization better. Okay. So number three, they push limits on what is expected and possible. So they go extra miles and leads other teammates to success. It also means they have positive mindset and non-resistant to changes. Okay. So number 4, they don't play victim or blame results on external factors. So true leaders are not afraid to be accountability, to acknowledge error and criticism, and are always open for new learnings. It also means true leaders are open to growth. So of course hindi porket na you become a leader is it always a uh, good image. So may kaakibat din siya na responsibility and accountability. So when you become a leader and you experience na parang you be having an error, so it's okay. So it's a part of new learnings naman. Okay. So to conclude, all of us, even staff employees, workers, and students, we can become leaders. You don't have to have little like title like manager, the boss, the president of your school, or the organization to become a leader. If you can stand up, not afraid to be accountable, you are willing to grow and lead others in the right way, then you are indeed leaders already. We at HR are always looking for someone who can stand and become a leader because they are the ones who are not afraid to challenges and can help others and the whole organization to rise to top. So I hope all of us here are willing to become a leaders even we don't title or without a title. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you. So you can join to apply Makati Medical Center. Here's the link. Okay. Thank you po.
Thank you, Miss Sai. So to everyone, we are opening the floor for questions. Ma'am, I hope you don't mind. Medyo marami
Yes.
kaming itatanong. No? Sayang po
Okay
yung
po.
okay, ayan. So, first question, ma'am. Would you say that being a leader is an innate quality? Like, can everyone be a leader po? Is this something
Yes.
that you believe in?
Yes, I believe as individual naman o sa person has the quality of a leadership naman. So, like for example, in a school, hindi sa school 'di ba, kunyari we belong into a group. So, may inatasan na leader. So, hindi naman porket na leader siya siya lang yung mag-aano sa group. So, syempre as a member of the group, you can lead also. Ayun po.
Okay, thank you for that, ma'am. So to our audience, pwede po kayong magtanong, ano? So I will keep my questions going until I find a question here in the chat. Okay? So
Okay.
next question, ma'am. Ma'am, ito ma'am, narinig ko lang to na kwento sa isang HR before. So,
Okay.
meron po silang parang kunyari ma'am, tatanungin ka nila about your family. Tas if they,
Mm.
for example, find out that you are the eldest, yan, parang natatag siya, ay, ano na 'to, magaling na leader, as opposed to bunso or as opposed to only child, ganyan. So parang
Mm.
um, may instances daw po na kapag panganay or eldest yung applicant, etong setup po na ito ay nadadala niya po sa kanyang position. So,
Mm.
pag na-hire po siya, mataas yung chance na responsible siya, independent siya, at may leadership quality. So, ano sa tingin niyo, ma'am? Sa dami po ng mga candidates na na-interview niyo, meron po bang truth sa ganitong statement or ganitong experience?
Sa akin kasi based on my experience siguro there's a little factor, pero doesn't mean that's a 100% measurement kasi depende pa rin siya dun sa kung paano yung way ng family niya. For example, middle child ka nga but then you are a breadwinner, so depende pa rin naman siya. Siguro may factor lang na as a panganay. Actually ako panganay ako. So I of course, being a panganay. So, all of expenses naman sa during the interview na ikwento ko din is ah, yung studies ko, hindi ko naman 100% na hiningi din sa magulang ko. So, nagkaroon din ako ng part-time. So, naging service crew din ako. So, ayun. Siguro there's a factor, pero naniniwala din kasi ako na depende pa rin siya sa tao. Kasi I have applicants also na parang ano siya, middle child, bunso, but unexpectedly, they have a new learnings to be shared in the organization. So, depende pa rin po siya.
Ayan. Thank you for that, ma'am. Ayan.
Okay,
Ito
thank
po
you
ang
po.
ito po ang susunod kong, ma'am, madami pa, huwag ka muna aalis,
Okay,
ma'am.
sure, no problem po.
Ayan. Ma'am, ito po yung next na question ko. Meron pong mga, ito po ma'am ay naisagot lang po sa akin. Naichismis lang po ng ibang ng ibang speakers na din po before. So may sabi nila ma'am, meron daw pong mga industries or meron pong mga companies na nagfe-favor ng tier 1 schools. Big 4, top 10, ganyan. Top 10
Mm.
schools. So, kunyari
Mm.
po, ako as a candidate, hindi
Mm.
naman po ako nag-graduate sa top 10 school na fini-favor ng mga ganitong companies.
Mm.
Gaano po katotoo na meron nga pong mga traditional companies na nagfe-favor at top 4 lang yung kinikater namin.
Mm.
Tapos kung ikaw naman ay candidate na hindi galing sa top 10 or big 4, ganyan, paano nyo po i-represent yung sarili nyo na you can be or we can be as good as the other candidates, especially madami kang kasabay doon sa interview or sa recruitment. Yan.
Actually, I have also the experience sa isang traditional company na parang I heard na parang meron silang top 4 na gusto. Siyempre ako galing from other school like New Era University. So hindi naman siya pasok sa top 4. So siyempre as a applicant during that time, hindi pa rin naman ako nawala ng kumpiyansa sa sarili. So tinry ko pa rin naman siya. So sometimes HR give a consideration na kahit na ito yung management prerogatives natin na tinatawag na gusto ko top 4 lang, why not i-workout natin sa management na meron siyang qualification to fill in the position. So, ayun naman po. And then also, I also experienced din doon sa past job ko na parang one of my client gusto, tawag dito, for a certain position na hindi naman na kailangan naman po, hindi naman totally kailangan po na ng top 4. Meron din naman state university na kaya po din yung position na yun. Actually, wino-workout ko talaga sa client. Why not na ganito? Kasi sometimes, kasi the offer hindi rin yung iba na nasa top 4 na university, parang yung versus dun sa offer ni client, based dun sa experience ko, hindi rin siya applicable. So, why not to try na i-open din siya. So, depende pa rin siya sometimes kay HR kung kaya niya pakiusapan yung management or yung client niya.
Ayan. So, thank you for that, ma'am. So, ako ma'am, hindi ako naniniwala din eh. Hindi ako naniniwala na kailangan big 4 lang yung magaling. Naniniwala ko from all the schools, kaya naman makipagsabayan. Ayan.
Yes, tama po.
Ma'am, we have a question here from the crowd. I've been working for a number of years and I've been offered with leadership roles. Since I am a working student, I have declined all the offers because I want to focus on my studies. Do you think that the company will take this negatively and will affect me in the future if I want to take on leadership roles?
Ako po, actually, based on my experience, no, it will not be a negative factor. Kasi nga, parang ikaw, hindi lang naman kasi working experience yung tinitignan ni HR. So, tinitignan din yung other factor like academic. So, ako, when I belong to a organization or sa isang institution. So, nag-HR din ako sa isang institution. Nag-hire din ako ng teacher during that time. So, kung hindi consistent yung experience nila at nakita ko naman, at during the interview, sinabi niya, I prioritize my study po kasi. Ganyan. So, may factor din na parang meron kang career goals. So, as a person or as a HR, nakikita ko dun sa tao na, hindi lang pala yung experience yung habol niya. Minsan kasi you as a HR, you have to be balanced na hindi lang ikaw after sa experience, but of course may iba ka rin naman kasi yung factor na titignan, which is academic. Ayun po.
Ayan. Thank you. So, ano naman, no? Alam naman yung priority mo at the time. So, hindi ka
Yes
naman
po.
nila sisingilin, ay, tumanggi ka na
Yes,
dati,
hindi
hindi na
naman
namin
po.
i-offer sa'yo. Hindi naman ganun.
Opo,
Ayan.
hindi naman
So,
po, hindi naman.
ito ma'am, next question. Since you are hiring for nurses, mga medical
Mhm.
positions, for example, clinical, ganyan. Ang audience po natin ngayon, alam ko ma'am, madami din ang nasa medical, no? Nurses,
Okay.
ganyan, allied health, ganyan. So, question po. So, gaano po katotoo na, 'di ba ma'am, a couple of years nung nagpasok yung pandemic, lagi nilang sinasabi, kawawa naman yung mga nurses kaya nagsisialis
Mm.
ng Pilipinas kasi
Mm.
ano, nati-take advantage ng mga medical institutions. So, pwede
Mm.
niyo po bang i-clarify ito sa audience natin kung ano po yung packages ngayon, kung ano po yung benefits na natatanggap ngayon for nurses and medical allied positions po doon po sa company niya sa medical, Makati
Mm.
Medical Center.
Okay. So, do'n naman sa part na nurses, actually ano, the government naman provides a benefits. So, number 1, do'n muna tayo sa pino-provide ng government during the pandemic. So, nag-provide naman sila ng HEA and then the OCA. So, ayun naman po isa parang dini-deliver ni government sa private company. But of course ano, with the supporting documents pa rin. And then sa part naman ni company, of course during the pandemic, we offered a lot of things. Like for example, pre-accommodation. So nag-provide naman si Makati Med. And then kasi during that time parang mahirap din yung travel eh. So nag-provide din si Makati Med na parang yung free transportation para dun sa mga applicants or yung sa mga RN natin na willing mag-ano, to work in Makati Med. So may mga factor din additional, salary of course during that time. Like for example, kasi we implement ano, eh, yung pag pag na pag pumasok nung during that time, we implement also the incentive na at least ano, makapag-boost din ng moral sa kanila. Of course, siyempre pandemic, eh, as a nurse din, eh, marami talaga natatakot din for health or yung sa family side nila afraid. So, ayun. So, we improve naman yung sa when it comes to benefits naman po. Transportation and then accommodation and then of course sometimes we provide din yung sa meal, ayun po.
Okay, thank you for that. So, nag-aantay na lang ako ng final questions from the crowd, pero ito na yung final
Okay.
question ko, Miss Ai. Bakit
Okay.
po importante yung first job? Bakit ano
Mm.
pong kahalagahan ng first job sa mga susunod mong tatahakin na positions, especially if mabibigyan ka ng chance for the leaders for leadership roles, ganyan.
Mm. I think, isa sa mga kahalagahan ng first job natin dito na kasi ako as HR, 'pag nagba-browse ako ng resume, may experience na siya. Okay, tatanungin ko siya, gaano ba katagal yung naging experience niya? Sometimes there's a factor on that. Kasi may iba, nilagay mo nga meron kang first job pero wala ka pang 1 month, parang gano'n. But you declare on that. So, siyempre sa part naman ng, organization, tatagal kaya siya sa organization? Honestly speaking, this is the real scenario. Tatagal kaya siya sa organization? Siyempre hindi naman matatapos na binrowse mo lang, eh, hindi mo na dinigin yung side niya. So, siyempre we had an interview na, "You have an experience. What happened with your application? Bakit, less than a month lang or 1 month lang or three months lang?" Sometimes naman, they said na parang, "Ma'am kasi project based lang po ako during that time." So when the applicant, told me na project based lang, okay lang din naman yun. Kasi siyempre we know naman here in the Philippines, eh, minsan, eh, hindi naman sila talaga, into regularization. So kung depende siya. So minsan kasi yung sa first job natin, ayun talaga yung measurement kung nagtatagal ka, kung kamusta ka sa job mo, ano yung naging experience mo during that time with your organization. Siyempre, as part of behavioral or the experience din, ako as an HR in an organization, parang mafi-figure out ko kaagad na, ano kayang personality meron siya, magtatagal ba siya, gano'n po. So,
Ayan.
depende. Kasi may iba kasi ano, eh, parang Meron sila naging problem sa organization, sa culture, siyempre iisipin mo rin ano yung naging problema, baka mamaya same thing din siya sa organization mo. So, kailangan mo rin malaman kung ano niya na-cope up yun. Kung same scenario lang din with the previous organization, tapos same scenario with with your current organization, eh, baka mamaya eh, mag-awol, parang ganon. So,
Ayan.
very
So,
important po talaga yun.
ayan. So, thank you for the insights, Miss I, no? So, to everyone, in the next few months or in the next year, ganyan, so, makakuha nyo na yung first job nyo. So, be careful on the things that you will do, on the things that you will learn on that job. Definitely, madadala nyo siya sa mga susunod nyong positions. Ayan. Miss I, on behalf of
Yes po.
Adamson University, and on behalf of jobs180.com, we thank you for
Thank you
accommodating
so
our
much po.
request for speakership today. So thank you so much, Miss Sai.
Okay.
So to
Thank you so much
everyone,
po.
please don't forget the link for Makati Medical Center. It's on your screen. That's jobs20.com/Makati Medical Center. So thank you again, Miss Sai, and to the Makati Medical Center team po for always accommodating our requests. Ayan. So next up here to discuss her career journey, we have Miss Helga Erica Domingo, Business and Integration ARC Senior, is this Arch or ARC Senior Manager? She has 19 years of professional background in business management and IT service operations and management. She has delivered across all GEOs, majority in North America. She also managed 20 to 220 FTEs, Salesforce Double Ranger status, Agile and Scrum practitioner with Salesforce Administrator, ITIL V4, and Salesforce Associate certification. During her free time, she enjoys trying out new restaurants and recreating their food at home, online shopping, and traveling with her family. Let's welcome to the floor Miss Helga Erica Domingo. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hello, thank you. I'm good. How's everyone na nakikinig today?
Ayan, ma'am. So, ma'am, on the screen, it's your deck. So, ma'am, I'll leave you the floor and then I'll be back for the question and answer portion later. So, to our audience, leave nyo yung questions nyo sa chat box tapos tanong natin siya kay Miss Helga mamaya. Ma'am, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Shari. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone that's watching today. Thank you so much for inviting me as your guest speaker for today's career development webinar. So again, my name is Helga Erica Domingo. I am an alumna of Adamson University Batch 2004. So kamusta? I hope everyone's having a nice afternoon. It's a Wednesday today. One more day to go. It's a long weekend. Sana may mga plans kayo. Ano bang mga plans niyo this long weekend, no? You can also post in the chat box ko ano yung mga plans niyo this weekend aside from your questions later. Yung mga iba na wala pang plans, pwede namang manggaya ng mga plans ng iba. Okay lang yon. Pero dun sa mga wala talagang plans, okay lang yan. Dito muna tayo. Let's focus on the session for today. So, a little bit about me. So I graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Management in 2004. I'm very proud to say that I graduated in Adamson University because it gave me a very strong foundation for my career. There are many moments in my career when I told myself, go back to the basics. Ano ba yung mga tinuro ng mga prof natin before? I guess I'm one of those people that would say na I really enjoyed every moment inside and outside the university. So it's been 19 years no since I graduated from Adamson. So immediately after graduation, I started working in the BPO industry. So probably like you guys na I remember applying and interviewing a few months before graduation kasi I really knew from the start na I wanted to start earning, I want to start managing my own finances as soon as I got out of college. So this talk is very timely. I know that our audience today are mostly college graduating students. Meron din tayong mga mix of fresh graduates with and people with work experience. So I know that a lot of you are very eager to step into the corporate world. So before I jump into my Accenture career journey, I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about my background, and hopefully you can point out parallels in your life or ask questions later. So I joined Accenture in 2018 as a service delivery lead. Um, marami akong company na napuntahan before I started working in Accenture. So the service delivery lead is more on the operation side. In 2022, I was promoted to business integration architect as a senior manager. So that's my role right now. Ayan. When I'm not working, I enjoy trying new restaurants, watching cooking videos in YouTube, and trying to replicate them. I also enjoy online shopping and traveling with my family. So, I put here my personal motto in life. So, hanggang ngayon, I still have a motto that guide me whenever I'm faced with choices. And that is, be comfortable in being uncomfortable. So embracing discomfort is definitely not easy for everyone, no? But we have to embrace these kinds of feelings to experience personal growth. So the first step is always recognizing the things that make you feel uncomfortable and knowing how it makes you feel. Once you've identified that kind of feeling, eto na, it would open so many possibilities for you because you want to experience yung mga bagay na yon, and you become experts dun sa mga experiences na yon. So you'll notice this as a mantra, is my mantra throughout this session. So a peep into my life, my life is pretty much centered in my family, myself, my friends, and relationships. Ayan. So why am I sharing this? Because it's important to know from the beginning, ngayon na nag-a-apply kayo, it's always important to know why you're working. So once you start working, that's 10 hours a day you're working. No? It used to be 14 hours pre-pandemic since you allocate at least 2 hours going to the office and then 2 hours going back. You'll spend about 4 to 5 hours sleeping, 5 hours, running errands or doing household chores. And there will be days when everything is a blur. So parang ano ba nangyayari, natatapos na lang yung araw ko, hindi ko na alam kung ano nangyayari. So it's very important to know why are you doing this. It could be one of many reasons. It could be to provide for your family, to pay for debt, to save up for the future, to travel, or to experience nicer things in life. Pwede din naman to buy a new phone. Pwede din namang reason yan why you're doing this. So it's very important for us to set goals. So in school, 'di ba? Your goal was to graduate. So after graduating, your goal is now to find a good job, to open a savings account, to have more money in the bank. It's the same thing at work. When you start working, you have to also have a goal. Your goal can be you want to get promoted, you want to get accepted muna and get promoted, to increase your salary or to get a higher bonus or get sponsored by the company to work in a different company or different country pala, or to get recognized. Ayan. So now that I've shared my life, and my motto and the key success factors, let me share my Accenture journey with you and how I transitioned from becoming a business major to an IT professional. Ayan. So I was told that the audience today mostly come from the non-IT field, so just like me. So I'm a living testament that if you're not an IT graduate or engineering graduate, you can break those barriers. You can still succeed in the IT industry. You'll notice how I balance my personal and professional growth. So again, I started in Accenture in 2018 as a service delivery lead. Service delivery lead is a role wherein you oversee the activities in the project. So To define it, no, in Accenture, a project is equal to an account or a company or a client. Accenture has thousands of clients. So once you onboard Accenture, you're now assigned to a project or an account. So my role as a delivery lead is to oversee the hiring, training, onboarding from the start to operations, financial management, and etc. So yeah, I'm used to managing from 20 people hanggang 220 full-time employees. So aside from that, we want to make sure that our people are happy, our people are working well, and of course, the client is happy. So while I was doing that in Accenture, I also took the time to develop myself. I took Six Sigma training. Baka for some of you, familiar na yung Six Sigma training. For those that hindi pa kayo familiar with Six Sigma, make sure that you also try to look it up and learn more about Six Sigma. One of the biggest eye opener for me when I entered Accenture are the technologies that Accenture offers. This was my first taste in learning about chatbot, robotics, automation, global productivity, Tableau. Sobrang dami kong natutunan na new technologies dito kay Accenture na dati hindi ko naman talaga alam. Or dati siguro consumer lang ako. Pag nagchat-chat lang ako sa mga banking apps or pag may kailangan ako sa customer service, ayan, nagagamit ko yan. But as a consumer, now that I was part of Accenture, na-expose ako na eto pala yung mga new technologies that are being offered to companies. It opened really a world of opportunities for me to learn that side of the business and business transformation and introducing our clients to a world of new technologies and artificial intelligence. So parang nagkaroon ako ng fire, no? Nagkaroon ako ng epiphany na parang, uy, although I've been working for so many years in this industry, there are so many things pala that is out there that I'm very interested to learn. So being exposed to these new technologies and seeing how it works was really a turning point in my career. Kaya naman noong 2019, I decided to join the Accenture Technology Centers of the Philippines. So from intelligent operations, yung business side of things, I wanted to learn about the technology. So prior to this, no, my only experience in technology was setting up a call center. So that's a lot of hardware, communication technology, not a lot of the software or the cloud services. But that didn't stop me. Yun nga, 'di ba? Be comfortable in being uncomfortable. Nag-jump tayo from something that is really our comfort zone for so many years to something that is new, which is technology for me. So I joined ATCP as an application development manager, but don't be fooled by the title, no? At that time, I didn't know how to develop an app. Wala akong kaalam-alam kung paano mag-code and paano mag-develop ng mga app na yan. But I was able to learn because I manage people who know how to do those things. And I learned from them. And when I onboarded with ATCP, they gave me a new client in Accenture to build the operating model. I start with a brand new team with fresh graduates. So we all experienced all of this. We all got trained on how to do this. So this experience actually led me to winning the Gantimpala Aguila Award. That's one of the prestigious awards in Accenture for leadership. So sobrang happy, no, that move, getting exposed in what the new technologies are, and now being with Accenture Technology and setting up with a new client, sobrang naging pivotal moment talaga sa buhay ko. So at that high, nag-hit ang 2020. Everybody knew what happened in 2020. COVID hit noong 2020. It was a major game changer in the world and technology. So really, there was a huge global push to pivot to new technologies. Nakita nyo naman, everybody started creating their own QR codes. Everybody started using a virtual wallet. Everybody started doing everything online. So as everyone tried to navigate through the changes, I took that opportunity to learn more about cloud services. So talagang nag-train ako kasi talagang fast-paced eh. Hindi ko akalain na ganun pala talaga kailangan na maging versed dun sa new technologies. So I went to trailhead.salesforce.com. So that's actually another great website. It's a free website for you to learn about cloud services, that trailhead.salesforce.com. So I was able to earn a double star ranger badge. So madami siyang mga training activities, lessons, practicals na pwede mong gawin so that you can learn about the new technologies. And not only that, no, I was so interested in how to develop an app. I was one of the organizers for the software and platform hackathon. So ano ba yung mga software and platform? Madidinig niyo yan kapag siguro nag-start kayo mag-Google on the IT industry, software and platform. Ito yung mga apps natin. I worked with Google, Microsoft, Salesforce, and a lot more. So, if you watch yung South Korean drama, yung mga K-drama lovers dyan, if you watched Startup, there was also a Filipino remake for Startup, I believe, starring Bea Alonso and Alden Richards, di ba? So imagine yung hackathon, it's a group of people, no, coming together, creating a new app or technology. It's okay if you don't know how to create an app. You will be grouped with people that knows, mga developers, no, that knows how to do that. As long as you have like the idea, the whole hackathon is like a day event wherein you create an app from conception to demonstration. So very heart-pounding activity. So doon ko talaga in-immerse yung sarili ko into like paano ba gumawa ng isang app. At the same time, I also organized the North America simulation. Dahil nga madami tayong mga new joiners or new hires noong 2020 na never nila na-experience yung makilala yung mga ka-team nila or mga katrabaho nila face-to-face because everything started to become virtual, nawala yung social aspect, nawala yung social skills that everybody needs to develop. So this North America assimilation activity introduce new joiners to their fellow new joiners and they learn about what ATCP is and its offerings. Ayan, so 2021 naman tayo. Ayan, a year after that, when we started getting a grasp and regain our balance during the pandemic, aside from navigating yung mga tao natin and aside from making sure that our clients are happy, I shifted again to developing myself. I started taking exams. So, mapapansin nyo in technology, there are a lot of certifications. Kumbaga, may kita nyo yan, mga certification required, certification desired. So these certifications are desired especially if you're looking to advance your career. Not just your career, no, but your market value. Malalaman nyo yan. Once nagkaroon kayo ng mga certificates, it automatically ups your value. So I recommend to you guys when you are while you're applying, habang hindi pa kayo natatanggap or what, when you have free time, take time to get certified or add a skill. Add a new skill. Kung galing man kayo sa business ad, tulad ko, add a new skill as well. Our learning never ends. Mapapansin nyo naman, 19 years na since nag-graduate, I'm still constantly immersing myself into new lessons, new skill, new training. So, when you have these kinds of skills and certification, this gives you a competitive advantage. So yan yung golden answer sa pinaka-favorite question natin na why should I hire you? These are your competitive advantages. Imagine niyo lahat kayo fresh grad, lahat kayo pare-pareho ng credentials. What makes you stand out are these skills and certification. So, competitive advantage, tinuro sa atin yan ng prof natin. Shout out na lang sa mga prof ko, sila Sir Minyano, at sila Sir Romeo. I'm not sure kung andyan pa sila, but thank you so much for giving me the foundations. I also organized Accenture's first Global Path session. This is an avenue for our staff to get to know Accenture leadership in the US. Because everything is becoming global, my goal was not just to limit our people, to get to know Filipinos. Madami tayo in Accenture, we are so global and we have so many leadership and people all over the world. So for me, the opportunities doesn't stop in the Philippines. When you're with Accenture, you have the opportunity to get assigned in different countries if you want to. If you're willing to relocate, 'di ba? You check that box. If you're willing to relocate. So, habang hindi ka pa nandun at wala ka pang balak pumunta ng Amerika or Canada or Europe, you can actually get to know sino ba tong mga Accenture leadership na yon. So that's one of the things that I'm very passionate about for Filipinos to get exposed, not just here, yung talent natin dito sa Pilipinas, but also talent in other countries. Ayan, next, we're moving on to 2022. Ayan, so I think masasabi ko 2022 is like the main course after all the appetizers over the last 3 years, no? I joined several contests locally and internationally in Accenture. So after I learned and befriended yung mga developer na yan, na nakilala ko na sila, alam ko na kung how it works, I decided to form a group wherein we developed an app. It's called Connect. It's like your Google Translate but for sign language. Kasi 'di ba ang Google Translate English to Filipino, Spanish to Filipino and all, but there are very limited resources for people who are hard of hearing, yung mga deaf and mute community natin and the society. So we created an app called Connect, which is a sign language translation app based from my experience, no. So talagang we presented that. The contest is called Ideas to Outcome and we won the championship for that one. So very happy. Sobrang it gave a push for our deaf and mute community to have accessibility when it comes to information. Lalo na, everything is digital, lahat ng napapanood natin sa TV, yung iba may sign language, yung iba wala, so they really don't know what was happening. So the Connect app creates an avatar. So imaginein mo, itong session natin ngayon, nagsasalita ako, may maliit na avatar dyan sa gilid who's translating whatever I said into sign language. So they can also communicate at nalalaman nila kung ano nangyayari. So, with that, with our Connect, we entered into a much bigger contest, a global contest. It's called the GTIC contest in Accenture, wherein all over the world naman yung competition. We won second runner-up for Helga. That's the actual name of the app. It's not yet available in App Store. So, wag muna. But Helga is called the Hard of Hearing Enablement and Life Guidance app because not only sign language but we incorporated alerts using sound. Mayroon na siyang sound recognition para sa mga hard of hearing natin na it can be connected to your mobile device or your mga Apple Watch or smartphones that they get alerts kung merong mga loud noises because syempre hindi mo naman pwedeng tawagin lang yung mga deaf and mute, 'di ba? Kailangan nilang hawakan or kailangan makaramdam sila kung ano yung nangyayari. So if may emergencies, we added that kind of feature for them to, be more confident in going out in the society nang hindi kailangan ng any assistance. So after doing that and growing the team, by the way, I started from 10 people, yung sinabi ko sa inyo no na fresh grad, 10 FTE lang siya nag-start. We grew to 100 FTE after 3 years. So after doing all those innovations and growing out the group in Accenture and entering those competitions, in 2022 I was promoted as the business integration architect senior manager. Yun yung art kanina. So because my goal was to transform itong mga companies na to into using new technologies or supporting them whatever technologies that they have. Kung may mga problema sila and how to troubleshoot, how to log in, how to create users, how to put more users dun sa sa platform nila. That's what my team does. We give them support. No? So that led to winning the Gantimpala Bayanihan Award. That's like a team award for all Accenture naman that we were able to nab. No? So 2022 was such a kumbaga talagang main course sa masasabi ko for me. And now we switch to 2023. Eto na. So ano na naman ang gusto kong gawin? The journey doesn't end. Your career journey doesn't end by getting hired and getting promoted. You always need to constantly innovate yourself. Hindi lang dapat technology yung nag-i-innovate. Dapat pati tayo nag-i-innovate din tayo. So I became the ATCP Innovation Advisor. So anyone that has the idea on what app that they want to do or what innovation that they want to do, I'm part of that group of innovation advisors. I also took another exam. Syempre, hindi tayo natatapos, no? Kala natin tapos na tayo sa lahat ng mag-exam. Kaya nga ako nag-business ad. Dahil ayoko ng madaming exam. Ewan ko ba, 19 years after, nag-e-exam pa rin ako. Parang nahiligan ko ata. So, I took the Salesforce Associate Certification. And also, we entered another global competition. We were nominated for 2 categories. One for the Helga app that I talked about earlier, and one for my team's performance on the company's contributions to the client. So I hope na my career journey inspired you to step out of your comfort zone and explore opportunities in the IT industry and Accenture as well. Huwag kayong matakot kung hindi kayo graduate again ng IT industry. Just keep on innovating yourself and keep on learning. If you're inspired or curious and want to join Accenture, I'll share the link here. Ayan. So the link is here. Copy paste, take a photo. Sir Kim earlier talked about ResumeLink. So you're ready. Apply in jobs180.com. So thank you. Thank you so much for everyone who attended and stayed. Meron tayong Q&A portion. Enjoy the rest of the day and enjoy the long weekend.
Thank you, Miss Helga. So to everyone, we are now opening the floor for questions. Ma'am, unahin ko na po ito. Kanina pa sila nagtanong. Ma'am, alam niyo po ba kung ongoing pa rin ang freeze hiring sa Accenture Cubao?
I'm not particularly sure about Accenture Cubao, but we have so many opportunities that are ongoing. I know Jobs 180 also has a list of those work that's available right now. If let's say, kung ganyan yung nangyari, no, may freeze hiring tayo sa isang site, there are alternate sites. Accenture has so many sites here in the Philippines. We have a lot in Metro Manila. May Eastwood, may Taguig, may Cubao, may Alabang, may Cebu, may Ilocos. So wherever it is, there is availability. You can also start at one site. And then let's say 1 year after you decided na ay mas malapit pala sa akin yung Alabang or something changed in your life na ay kailangan ko na pala lumipat ng Cebu. pwedeng-pwede. You can apply for relocation. I'm sure there are also projects that are matched dun sa inyo. Nakamute ka, Shari.
Ayan, thank you. To everyone, I'll read through my questions para may time kayo mag-isip na question nyo, ano. So, una ko pong question, ma'am. What are the challenges that you face throughout your career and how did you go about it?
Ang dami. Kasi I guess one of the biggest things would be breaking that bias na hindi kasi ako galing sa IT industry. So I guess yun yung pinaka recent, no, because of my shift. That because hindi ako galing sa IT industry, I didn't know a lot about the cloud services or yung IT technology itself. So, meron naman silang reason kung bakit, no? But I was able to let them know that I'm very willing to learn. Importante yan. Every time in interviews as well, nadidinig ko yan, I'm willing to learn, 'di ba? Lalo na kung hindi mo pa sure yung industry na yon. And I was able to prove to them that I took advanced certifications, I took training, I made myself skilled dun sa mga hinahanap nila before I entered into the IT industry. So, that's it.
Ayan, thank you for sharing, ma'am, no? Next question. What can you advise to people who are going through rejection because they will be sending out their applications in a couple of months, and I'm sure 1-2 companies might send their decline, no? How do you handle po? What's the best way? Or kayo, ma'am, personally, how did you handle rejections?
Laban lang. Lahat yan. Mas madami kang makukuhang rejection kaysa sa acceptance. And it would help you build character. Remember, these rejections have a reason. Sometimes they say it, sometimes they don't. But take time to reflect. Ano ba yung in-applyan ko? Bakit kaya hindi ako natanggap doon? Ano ba nangyari nung interview? Nag-stammer ba ako? Hindi ko ba nasagot yung mga tanong nila? Ano ba yung kailangan kong i-practice? Ano ba yung hinahanap nila? So, take all of those rejections into learning opportunities. Ano ba yung kailangan kong i-improve sa sarili ko para matanggap ako sa company na to? I think that's very important, especially sa environment or sa panahon natin ngayon wherein we're not a lot of us know how to handle being rejected. Ang sakit, di ba? Pag na-reject ka, kahit sa personal life, ang sakit pag na-reject ka di ba? But take it as an opportunity for you to develop yourself. Ano ba yung nangyari? Reflect and improve yourself. Para next time, once you send out your resume, once na na-interview ka, prepared ka na. Do your research then. That's very important. Yun yung mga ipapayo ko doon.
Okay, we have a question here. What opportunities does Accenture offer to fresh graduates, pharmacy and nursing students who are interested to apply for a job in Accenture?
Ay, madami tayo niyan. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, kahit hindi kayo IT graduate. So even if you're pharmacy or nursing students and you want to apply in the IT industry, most likely you'll start with a data analyst work because that's the most relevant to everyone, kumbaga, 'di ba? For other opportunities naman, if you want to stick to pharmacy and nursing, madami din tayong opportunities. Accenture has their own health tower or Accenture operations tower that they can apply to, na madami din tayo mga clients on the health industry if you want to stick to dun sa mga pinag-aralan natin or sa course natin.
Okay, thank you for that, ma'am. Next question. With the rise of AI, how do you think it will affect the BPO industry? Will it result to employer retrenchment?
Actually, excited kami dyan. Lalo na with the rise of GPT. Nako, GPT AI, sobrang excited. Personally, I haven't really opened that book, no? That's one of the things that I plan to learn even more kung ano yung chat GPT AI. The AI is designed to do the work, yung mga repetitive work na really can do those things. Sobrang dali. Yung mga copy-paste, paggawa ng code, pag-type-type, di ba? Kaya nang gawin ng AI yan. Anong kailangan ng tao? Yun yung pinag-aaralan natin ngayon, di ba? Anong kailangan natin gawin para yung mga more analytical work or more yung mga work na kailangan mo talaga ng deep analysis mapunta sa humans, 'di ba? Kasi the AI would only work with the things that you feed them, 'di ba? You teach that AI. But there are certain things that you cannot teach the AI. Ito yung dun papasok yung mas complex, mas analytical work na dun mapupunta yung tao. So there would for me it's just another way for the humans, for us to level up, to step up. Yung skills natin, yung experience natin, yung knowledge natin, because we can do more of those complex analytical work.
Okay. So, next question mo, medyo maadalawa pa po, ma'am, no? What are some common mistakes that applicants make during the job interview? Para sa inyo, ma'am.
Oo, sinabi ni Kim kanina yan, natawa ako eh. Why are you applying for this job? Madami din akong na-encounter. Doon pa lang sa why. Why are you applying for this job? Hindi ko alam eh. Hindi nila alam kung bakit sila nag-a-apply or hindi nila alam kung ano yung company. So, be careful. Whenever you apply for a job, make sure that you read the job description. Make sure that you read the qualifications. And when you go to the interview, be prepared. You know, kitang-kita yon. I've interviewed so many people na pagdating doon, hindi sila prepared, hindi nila alam. Pwede din namang, may mga tao din naman kasi na nag-freeze. 'Di ba? Pag tinanong mo, hindi na alam. Nawala na lahat ng mga pinractice nila. Nangyayari yan. So, practice. I think that's one of the things na hindi nagagawa ng madami sa mga fresh grads na gustong mag-apply is to practice, research about the company para confident kayo pag natanong kayo ng HR or ng hiring manager.
Ayan. Next question from the audience. Ma'am, gusto ko po sanang ka-idea kung ang IT industry, magkano ang nire-range ng salary for fresh graduates?
Nako, debatable. Madaming info sa Google about that. I know that we have ranges already posted. I believe in Jobs 180 as well. They post that salary range. It really depends on the complexity of work that you want to do and the certifications and skills that you have, kung ano yung magiging salary range. For fresh graduates, baka ma-inspire kayo masyado. You can Google it na lang or you can check jobs180.com kung ano yung salary range niyan.
Ayan, thank you for that, ma'am. So siguro, hindi po natin masasagot no kung ano yung salary range. Pero pwede naman po namin itanong, ma'am, kung ano na lang po yung privileges and benefits in working at Accenture po. So that ma-take into account din ng mga students natin, yung mga perks nila, kumbaga.
Sige. Well, Accenture is very known to have a very competitive salary. Nako, hint na lang. Very competitive salary across the industry. One of the Accenture perks as well, you have discounts in so many establishments by simply showing your Accenture ID card. food man to, lifestyle, gym, kung gusto nyong bumili ng bahay, mag-loan, bumili ng kotse. Once you're an Accenture employee, there are so many discounts that are available for you. Also, Accenture has yung meron kaming bagong ni-launch ngayon, yung door-to-door car service. We partnered with an app company, yung kumbaga para siyang Grab pero hindi siya Grab yung company na yon na maghahatid sa sundo sa inyo from your house papunta sa Accenture office, lalo na commuting right now is so crazy, 'di ba? Ilang oras yung mga nadidinig natin and super expensive. So that's one of the perks. You can get discounted rates sa mga establishment and this shuttle service that I was talking about para mas madaling pumasok sa opisina.
Okay.
Ayan.
Next question po nasa chat po natin. No? How important yung awards when you graduate? Pag ikaw po ba ay summa cum laude, ay automatically higher position agad when you apply or not necessarily? What is the impact of having awards when we graduate?
Not for me, even if you don't have an award, you can still land a very good job. It really depends on how you present yourself and how you talk about yourself. For me, I didn't graduate in Adamson with cum laude award. But I knew that but I was an Adamson scholar. But it didn't really, give me a leg up into getting accepted dun sa mga companies na yon. Sabi ko nga, 'di ba, madaming rejection letters kahit na ganun. Because there are so many things that I still had to develop sa sarili ko before I can get accepted. So siguro ang payo ko doon is mapa-summa cum laude ka, mapa-regular graduate ka. The difference is the confidence level. Siguro kasi ang mga summa cum laude, nagkakaroon sila ng mas confident na projection, 'di ba? Kasi may title sila may title sila na summa cum laude. Ikaw regular graduate ka lang, parang feeling mo hindi ka ganoon ka competitive yung katabi mo summa cum laude. No. Always ang unang dapat maniniwala sa'yo is yung sarili mo. Bago mo mabenta yung sarili mo sa hiring manager or sa HR, kailangan sold ka na you are a great product. Remember, the company that you're applying to, they're looking at who are the people that they want to invest in. Make sure na you're confident, hey, this company is worthy, na I am worthy to be invested in. Pwede kayong mag-invest sa akin dahil magaling ako. So be confident. Kahit wala kayo yung mga awards na yan, you can still be competitive. Talunin nyo na lang sa mga skills kasi sometimes, yung mga iba, pag matalino na, complacent na, nandyan na, okay na yan Ikaw, the more that you drive yourself into getting more certifications, getting more skills para may competitive advantage ka.
Ayan. Ma'am, i-rephrase ko yung question. Pag graduate, for example, pag graduate ka po na cum laude or summa cum laude, pwede po bang mangyari na manager agad? Or supervisor agad?
Oo, hindi. Walang automatic there's no quick way into getting promoted. It's long, it's arduous, it's draining, madami ka talagang pagdadaanan. When I talk to new hires, I always say na when you start, you have a goal to get promoted, no? Kaya ako sinasabing ganon because people just look at the position of the manager or getting promoted, but there are so many things that you have to go through before getting there. Kailangan mo talaga ng experiences na yon.
Ayan. So, to everyone, lagi ko rin sinasabi na dangerous yung pag-iisip na porket magaling ka ay matatalunan mo yung ladder or hindi ka dadaan sa entry level. So, regardless of kung magaling or regular, lahat tayo dadaan sa entry level, no? Kaya may tinatawag tayo na fresh or entry level positions. Ayan. Ayan. So, yan lang to everybody. Ma'am, may nag-comment lang. Pwede daw po ba nilang itanong kung anong sites yung hiring si Accenture?
We have a lot of hiring right now in Taguig. That is uptown Taguig, so they can try to take a look at that. We have also positions available in Cebu for those that are watching right now and wants to go back to Cebu or are living in Cebu. We also have open positions there.
Ayan. So, thank you for that, Miss Helga. So, to everyone, sure na ba na wala nang tanong? Sayang yung time, no? So, Miss Helga, thank you po for accommodating all of the questions that we have today. So, I'm sure marami pong napulot yung ating mga audience with regards to your career journey. And sana nakita nila yung sarili nila, ma'am, no? Following the same path. So, to Miss Helga, on behalf of Adamson and on behalf of my team over at jobs180.com, we thank you for accepting our invitation for today and we look forward to having you, ma'am, again. Sana po magkita po tayo ulit at ma-invite po namin kayo ulit as speaker in other universities naman po. Miss Helga, thank you so much and
Thank
have a great
you.
um, day po and happy weekend. Almost there. Just one more day. Thank you, Miss Helga.
Thank you.
There. So to everyone, I hope that you are picking up pieces and bits of wisdom and information sa mga speakers natin. Kasi yung mga speakers natin today, talagang industry experts sila kung tutuusin. Kasi matagal na yung experience nila sa industry. So we want you to use that, no, use that wisdom for you to progress your career in the next few months or in the next few years. So with that, we'd like to release the links to the evaluation form. So there are two QRs, two forms. So one is for evaluation and the other one is for attendance. So we kindly request everyone to fill out both forms po to secure your attendance for this activity. So for this activity, we'd like to thank the Career and Placement Office headed by Ms. Tynes. No? Thank you, Ms. Tynes, for coordinating with us. And we'd also like to plug the job fair that's happening on April 26 and 27. Kindly use your Jobs 180 accounts to apply to those companies. And pwede rin kayong pumunta dun sa school site, yung schools.jobs180.com/edu. So, pwede rin po natin yung puntahan to check a list of openings and research for positions. Tignan natin yung job description, kung saan tayo ma-better fit in the next few months. Ayan. So, we'd also like to plug, please don't forget to evaluate. And we invite you to the future sessions, webinars that jobs180.com is holding on our Facebook and YouTube channel. So the topics of the webinars will be posted on our Facebook page. And if that topic is interesting for you, pwede din kayong mag-join in those sessions. So joining our sessions are for free. So no charge po yan para sa ating mga job seekers. So to everyone, again, we thank you for accommodating and making the time to attend this webinar. So sa lahat po ng nakatapos na ng sessions na to, itong career development seminars natin, good job na po kayo. One step in sa inyong future, no? Nakapaghanda na kayo. Please use this time to prepare and reflect on the things that you want to do in the future. And if you like the career journeys of our speakers a while ago, definitely you can use that as inspiration on how you want to start your own journey in the next few months. So maraming salamat po. Confirming if that is enough time to everyone. nakapagsagot na po ba kayo ng evaluation forms? So, don't worry if ever po, we'll put this QR codes. You can request this to Miss Tynes if ever po na may classmates kayo na hindi naka-attend, baka kailangan po nila mag-rewatch nung activity po, no, nung webinar para po makapagsagot sila for this QR. So this one is for your attendance and evaluation. So to everyone, thank you so much. At sana may plans kayo for the weekend. So thank you everyone and looking forward to having you in the workforce. Our advance congratulations to everybody. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.